I just found for 2015, this is what God said. Get back to my voice. There's not a person in this room, if I was to ask for a show of hands, would we intentionally say, I want to ignore God. There's not a person in this room. I don't think there's a Christian who would say, I don't want God to speak to me. I don't think so. But very often things happen and we can lose that voice. The interesting thing about the day of Pentecost, I want to just get to a couple of verses before we close. The very interesting thing about the day of Pentecost was on the day of Pentecost, well, it was a fulfillment of what Jesus said in John 14-17, where Jesus spoke about going away and coming back to be in each of the believers, not only those disciples, but from then on to all generations of believers. He said, I will be with you and I will be in you. And let's just keep it in terms of what we're saying now. Okay? So the voice moved from external to internal. So you have the voice of God inside of you. The interesting thing is that no matter how wonderful the relationship the disciples had with Jesus, ours is more special. We have got continuous access to the voice. So much so that when Jesus was tempted in Matthew chapter 4, verse 4, when he replied to the devil, he said, man shall not live on bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth. And Andre can check this out for us as well. That word that proceedeth is also an ongoing, repetitious thing. In other words, the voice of God is continually proceeding from the mouth of God.